I'm gonna just start off by pushing my hair back and clipping my hair out of the way so I'd be able to work with this adhesive without having any distractions, you know what I'm saying? So I just like to draw my outline, especially when I'm working with a wig that has the lace already cut. Because it just makes it a lot easier. Like, I know exactly where I want to place my adhesive. So when I have my outline there, I just go ahead and move the wig back, clean my skin with 91% alcohol, and then I just go in. I use the back of my comb and use very, very, very small amounts of adhesive at a time. By the way, this is Ghost Bond that I'm using. And yeah, I just only use a little bit at a time, and I spread it out really, really thin. And the advantage to spreading it out really thin is you have a lot more laid wig when you eventually put the adhesive in. If the adhesive is too clumpy, then it starts to get white, it starts to get in the hair, and you know, all of those things. You just get a way better, nicer hold if you just do thin layers. I did 3 layers, and now I'm wiping off the white dots because I do it in sections. Like, I apply the front first, and then one side, and then the next side. So yeah, I did my 3 layers. I wiped off my outline because we don't want them dots, and then I placed the lace where I needed it to be placed. I pressed it in with the comb because it's so important that you press that lace into that adhesive to get that melt, girl. So yeah, so I did that, and I'm just gonna move on to each side, doing 3 layers of the adhesive, very, very thin layers at a time, waiting till it turns clear, and then putting the lace in. And I know I chopped up this video and sped it up so it doesn't look like it, but I definitely did apply 3 layers. So boom, now I have the whole front on, I have one of the sides on. I'm gonna use that comb, I'm gonna press it in. Do you guys see this melt? Like, this lace on this wig is giving me life. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead to the next side, do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? 3 layers. After maybe a layer or 2, I wipe off the white dots, and then I continue. I put down my lace, and bada bing, bada boom, I'm ready to lock and load, baby. So the next thing I'm gonna do after I press this lace down into the adhesive, make sure it's really, you know, stuck down, I'm gonna take out some baby hairs and cut some hairs off, and I'm going to use my Nairobi setting lotion to set that in place. And I'm using a edge brush because I just figure that it's like the best, you know, item to use for these purposes. But yeah, I'm just using an edge brush to go ahead and put everything in place how I need it to be in place, you know what I'm saying? And I don't do the absolute most with my baby hairs. For the most part, I just use a setting lotion. I make a little sideburn, and then I push the hair just all going straight backwards. That's just my personal preference because I feel like it gives me like really, really natural looking edges. I put on the wrapping strip to go ahead and mold it. I went under the dryer for about 10 minutes, and I cut that bad boy off, and wada bing, bada boom, look at this. Hello. Them edges is looking super duper 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 fly. And you see what I mean? But like, I don't do the most of my edges. I just think it looks a lot more natural, a lot more like, you know, ba bing, like when you just, you know, smooth it on back. And yeah, this wig is super nice, super flat. I love that it's a natural density. I'm able to pull a ponytail with this wig, super nice. And then let me show you guys what it looks like after I wet it up because I combed it out a lot. So this is actually a curly wig, so I'm sweating it up so I can show you guys what that texture looks like. Tell me that lace isn't fire. Awesome saucicles. Thanks for watching.